Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So in today's video I'm going to be reviewing this Velvetizer by Urban Decay. Now I haven't seen many videos on YouTube about this, but when I watched Tati's video a few weeks back about this, I thought I had to get it because it made her skin look really good, and when Tati says that something is good, it means it's actually good. So I wanted to give it a go and see how it is for my skin, because I know my skin is very oily and my T-zone especially gets greased up so quickly. So yeah, if you guys want to see what I think of this Velvetizer, then please keep watching. Okay, so I've literally just done the top parts of my eye makeup, and firstly, before I do anything, I'm going to talk to you about the product in itself. So it comes in a box like this, and it's got really nice sort of velvet work on here, hence the name Velvetizer, so it had to have that, but it's really nice and soft to touch. It comes with 8 grams of product in there, and it retails for £24 here in the UK. The actual container is like this, and this bit here is nice and velvety, and it's got, see, I haven't even opened it yet, it's got this foil thing that you just peel off and the product is inside. So what it says on the packaging about this product is that it's to velvetize your foundation using this mix-in medium, and you apply a dime size amount of the product into your liquid foundation. Here it's talking about the Naked Skin foundation, but I guess you can use it with any of your foundations, and this will create an extra velvety feeling and a beautiful matte finish will be provided. And it also adds a bit of more coverage to your foundation as well, so it claims, so we'll check that out today as well. I'm guessing it wouldn't be ideal for foundations that are already very thick and have full coverage and are mattifying, because I think it'll just make it extra lumpy. That's what I'm thinking by the sounds of what it's talking about in the on the packaging. But to test it out, I'm not going to use a mattifying foundation. I'm just going to use a standard foundation. In fact, I'm going to mix these two. So it's the Ultra HD foundation by Makeup Forever, and this is in the shade Y435, and the Born This Way foundation, and this is golden. So I'm going to mix 1 pump of these in a little bowl, and then add like a small amount of the powder. So I've literally just taken the plastic, the foil bit off the top, and it's got the UD logo on it, and I'm just touching the product that was left at the top there, and it's so soft. It's really nice. So you can use this as a setting powder as well, and use it in your liquid foundation just to thicken it up, give it a more of a coverage, and give it a more of a velvety feel as well. So I've actually done a couple of pumps of the foundations in there just to make sure that I've got enough, and I don't know how to judge if it's a dime size amount, but I'm just going to add a little bit in. Think about that is more than enough. It's actually spread, so it looks more than it actually is in the bowl. But I'm just going to go and mix that in now. So I'm literally just using the spatula just to mix it in. Okay, so that's the foundation there. It's definitely thickened in consistency. The colouring of it is stayed the same, but I'm just going to apply it with my dampened beauty blender and see how it goes onto the skin as well. So it's actually quite thick when I'm applying it, because when I've applied this mix of foundations before, it goes on a lot more liquidy as such, and it blends out super fast, and that's just to indicate that it's not as thick in consistency, but nonetheless it's doing a pretty good job in itself. Okay, so I just want to say that went on really well compared to a lot of the really thick foundations that I have. Adding this Velvetizer to my foundations actually went on a lot better. Like, I've got the Kat Von D Lock-It foundation and the Decay All Nighter foundation, and they both are very thick. And I do find that with a beauty blender, they take longer to blend out. I prefer blending them with sort of blending brushes on my face. But this has done a really good job. To touch, it is so smooth on my face. Like, it doesn't feel wet like it normally would with without me. As I haven't even powdered on top, it feels a lot smoother. Like, I can touch it without my hand sticking to my face. Usually when I do the mix of those two foundations, I have to powder on top, otherwise it does feel quite tacky, whereas this doesn't do it as much. And for coverage wise, it definitely has added a bit of coverage, because I have quite a few blemishes here which I can see obviously the bumps of, which unfortunately we can't do anything about. But when I have used the two foundations before, I've had to put concealer on top just to hide the darkness of the blemishes. Even the dark patches here is not as visible, so that in that aspect I think it's done the job. So starting off with under my eyes, I'm taking the Illamasqua cream pigment in the shade Emerge, and I'm just applying a little bit under my eyes, and this will just help to reduce some of the darkness under my eyes. And then taking the Anti-Age Eye Rewind Concealer by Maybelline. I've only got a little bit left, so I need to get another one. I'm just gonna literally highlight the points that I like to highlight, which is down here, down the bridge of my nose, a little bit on my forehead, and under the area that I like to normally contour, and my Cupid's bow. And I'm just going to use the same Beauty Blender sponge that I had, but the pointy section, and just blend that away. Sorry, I forgot to mention that that concealer, the shade of it was in the shade Nude. And I remember a year or so back, maybe a couple of years back, when I was looking for more and more shades of this concealer, I couldn't find it. There's literally just light or nude. And now, when I went to Superdrugs to get some more, they had so many different shades. I was just like, where did they come from? There's just loads and loads of shades and highlighters and different forms. It just shows that I hadn't been to the drugstore to buy makeup for a long time. I don't know when it was out here in the UK, because I know it was out in lots of other countries. But in the UK, even in Boots, I only found light or nude, but now they have loads of different shades. Then just to set those areas, I'm taking the Velvetizer, I'm just putting a bit on the lid, and quite a lot actually falls out when you're tipping it in, so just be very careful that you don't go overboard with it. And then using my Morphe Y11 brush, I'm literally just packing it on to the areas that I've just highlighted. So I'm just gonna, oh wow, that feels so smooth on the skin. The areas where I've actually applied that Velvetizer, it feels really smooth on the face, and it kind of gives it more of a like a blurring effect. Like, these lines here aren't as visible as such. Like, coming closer, it's quite, I think it's worked well, but because it's more of a white sort of powder, I feel that it's too light for my skin, so I wouldn't use it for the whole of my face. If you're a lot fairer toned, I think it would work perfectly as a setting powder for the whole face. But I'm just going to quickly go in with my NC 43.5 foundation powder by MAC. And I'm just using my Inglot face brush for this. I'm literally just dabbing it on once, maybe taking off some excess because I don't want it to be overpowering, and just the other areas that I didn't set, I'm just applying the powder to that. So then for bronzing, I'm just taking my Kat Von D bronzer in the shade Shady Business 2, and just my large Real Techniques brush, and just applying it to the sort of periphery of my face. And for contouring, I'm taking my trusty Sleek contour kit in the shade Medium, and I'm just using my MAC 100 brush for this. And for my nose, contouring my nose, I'm taking this Royal & Langnickel brush, and this is the Super Eye Fluff brush. but I use it to contour my nose. For highlighting, I'm taking the same sleek contour kit and using the highlight shade, and I'm using my Morphe fan brush for this, and this one is Y13, and literally just applying it to the high points. And as you can see, it is really pigmented, so you don't need a lot because a little will go a long way. For my blush, I'm taking this Peach Blush by L'Oreal and applying it with my Morphe Y4 brush. You'll see me use lots and lots of Morphe brushes, guys. I just love them. They are really affordable, but yet so soft on the skin. Like, I have washed my brushes countless number of times, and it's not, I mean, hardly I see bristles you know, coming away and stuff, and these brushes have lasted me such a long time, so you definitely get value for money. The only downfall is that it's hard to get the whole collection here in the UK, like Cult Beauty or Beauty Bay, sorry. They have them, but not everything, so if you do want to get stuff from the Morphe website, you have to pay for shipping and customs and things like that, which is a bummer because it adds to the cost quite a lot. So if you've got somebody going to the US, I would definitely get a whole collection of these brushes. And their setting sprays, I really want to get my hands on those setting sprays, but I just can't justify spending almost triple the amount of the actual setting spray to get it shipped here. So I'm waiting for somebody to come here or someone to get it for me. So I'm just going to set my face with the Urban Decay De-Slick setting spray. I'm going to finish up under my eyes and I'll be right back. So I'm back. I literally just finished off under my eyes. For my lips, I used Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid lipstick in the shade Dusty Rose, and then on top of that I went on top with the Hailey Baldwin lip gloss in the shade Beige. Right, so talking about this Velvetizer, I am actually really liking it. Normally when I've used the combo of the two foundations that I used today as well as my MAC powder on top, I could feel that I got foundation on. And today I used more pumps of the foundation mixed in with this Velvetizer, set my highlighted areas with the Velvetizer and used the MAC powder on the areas that I didn't use this, and it doesn't actually feel as if I've got anything on my skin. Like, I can move it, it doesn't feel tight at all. Usually when I wear the thick foundations, it usually goes a little bit tight in a few areas for me personally, but it's not doing that. And to touch, it just feels so smooth on my face. I think it's kind of like refined the pores as well, and I'm really liking the finish of this Velvetizer. Definitely think it's worth it, because I mean, you get quite a lot of product in here and you just need the tiniest amount. You can either use it, as I said earlier, to mix it in with your foundation, or just use it on top as a setting spray. And I think setting powder, and I think it will do pretty much the same job with regards to the feel of the finishing feel. I mean, with regards to the foundation, how it's set, the coverage on it and everything, I'm actually really liking it. And it's, for me right now, it's actually done everything that it says on the package. And I really can't downfall anything about this product. Definitely, in my opinion, it's worth it if you like your matte foundations. If your skin is already dry, I probably wouldn't recommend it, because it potentially can make it a little bit dry. I don't know much about that, but I'm speechless. I absolutely love this product. I am just going to come closer so you guys can see how it is closer up. Obviously minus those blemishes, but it looks pretty clean. I feel it looks pretty clean on my face. So yeah, I will be reaching out for this a lot more, and you probably will be seeing me using this a lot more in my videos. But I hope you guys like this video. Please do thumbs up if you do. Please comment below as to what you want to see. I do have a lot of requests on particular videos that you guys want to see or want me to do, so please bear with me. I am trying to keep on top of it and getting as many videos done as I can for you, but if there's something that really sticks out in mind, please comment below, because I'm writing a list of all the videos that you guys want me to do, so bit by bit I'll try and get through them as soon as I can. But for now, I'm going to love you and leave you, and I'll catch you in my next video.